For the Metroplex, we join you from Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olsen. It is the rookie Ryan Fitzgerald who gets this started. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. Terrific return. He's taken down touchdown midfield. The Cowboys come out and they are led out by Dak Prescott as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler who is now 32 years old. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
And the show comes with receipts. But her only focus is that it was the store. But John remembers she did it a third.
They'll go again with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Yeah, here we go.
But once again in this episode, we're learning Kate does not take another sheet, even if she does acknowledge the moment was embarrassing. When I'm freaking out because I'm frustrated, can't move fast enough, and
first down, right back to Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Dallas first down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
As usual, lots of screaming and crying just to get out the door, but they do eventually get there. As they're packing the car, there's one where Kara and Colin were playing with a spider, and Leah went over and just murdered it.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Got a man, that's over. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Big sisters and having fun, despite the park being at their age. During lunch, you can tell that it was a scorching hot day because they are all drenched in sweat. After lunch, they changed into suits, but made a quick stop before the water park.
They'll run. It's Williams. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal.
Yeah, there we go. I love this little moment
Williams.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
To me, this is basic was that.
The extra extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's when the offense will take over. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
He's got a man! That's McMillan! And they will bring him down on the other side of the field. Tremble comes in motion. Little play action with Young. A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Xavier Leggett. Touchdown, Panthers. The PAT is up and good. And the Panthers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts at the 13. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He's taken down just shy of midfield. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Unsurprisingly, Kate is too scared to go. Hannah and Maddie stay down there with her too, but most of the kids go to the top.
You know, it's pretty tight up there. I mean, it's like a catwalk.
First down, Prescott. He's got a man. It's C.D. Lamb. And they're going to be right around the 10-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It runs to the tune of 25 yards.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So, not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. On the ground, this is Williams. And a short pickup down inside the 10. Second down, Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass. On third down, Prescott. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And he's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
I suffered. I just really wish he would acknowledge that it's hard to share
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Panthers offense is now ready to get going on their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. Into space. Inside the 20. And he is unstoppable. He goes all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. The extra point up and good. Panthers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Cavante chirping on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Cowboys offense back onto the field for their next possession. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on 1st down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
The next day, they get back to the lessons. Girls get their private lessons first. During the little kids' lesson, there's a quick moment.
On the play fake, back. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
That's good for the Cowboys. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Because last time he put a toe in. Aiden was getting a bit more comfortable. You right? No. Is that your favorite? So you know what kind of? It seems day 2 was pretty big at just getting the kids in the water. Joel definitely
And this will not be a spike. He faked it. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with the fake spike, but it does not pan out. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Williams gets it from the pistol. He's got space inside the 25. And he'll be taken down. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
When they get home, first thing that is different.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Left side. Caught by Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Second and 4 at the 17-yard line.
It's a little patriotic. And going back to sleep, it's just the kids. It's the things. It's your man.
Here comes Williams on the toss to the right. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. Third, they need 8.
My brain can't fathom. They have seafood for dinner, and it looks so good.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace.
Ding dong.
He'll take over the 7-yard line.
Boom. He's dead.
First tackler working his way forward for a gain of about
Did Maddie, Kara, and John play Starbucks?
from 31. Here is 2nd and 6. They get in motion.
But Maddie and Kara are devastated that setting off
Throwing on
fireworks
2nd
is
down.
illegal.
Young.
We're not going to call it illegal.
Thrown in the side by McMillan. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard
But
line.
it's football. If they can't launch anything, doesn't mean that there won't be plenty of fireworks to see. Their beach vacation and episode 11. Episode 12 is about Kate taking the kids to the hospital where they were born and showing them the NICU. Access to it, so we're going to move on to episode 13, where they do a backyard camp out. They surrounded digs to get tents and sleeping bags.
Then we got ambulances that are
For the old This was one of the funniest ad placements because they're really trying to make it seem natural, but there's no way John would ever describe something so well.
It's a joystick that's built onto the panel. You move the guy back and forth with the camera button. And it's cool. It's designed for left and right handed.
I loved it. I was queen of Elvis Park Adventure. Well, the kids decided playing that. John is in the garage setting up tents. Unfortunately, it's a rainy day, so they can't go in the backyard.
To stand up in that outside. That'd be nice in the wilderness.
Take over once more. They'll begin with terrific
Exactly.
starting
So
field position.
what?
It gets
Thankfully, the
going
weather
with
cleared up by
1st
6
and 10.
p.m., and John began setting things up in the backyard. And then they roasted marshmallows.
We're going to work this down inside the 45.
The bonfire was going great as John, Kate, and the twins helped make everything smart. Thinking about it was so fun. For sleeping arrangements, John took the boys, Kate took the girls, and the twins had their own tent. But the rain started up again, and the twins' tent wasn't doing well, so they went into the boys' tent. Then John has to deal with this.
Open man down the field. It's Ferguson.
Hopefully we can just go and fall over his face.
Other than that, it seemed that everyone slept well, and we had fun.
Yeah.
I was teaching about the game going to leaders to give play about the creation story. This is another event that they're getting to do for free as the daughter of the owner reached out to Kate and offered tickets. It was like seriously gorgeous. It was so real. As someone who's read Genesis multiple times and has a deep love for Peter,
After the touchdown,
no idea
is
what's happening
Aubrey
to
to
his
kick this
lips.
one away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Show each kid got to pick out one subject.
Tremble comes in motion.
And the
On
last
1st
bit
down,
of section
it is
with
Hubbard.
alligators.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play.
And at home,
Panthers
with
football
gas
to
gloves
begin
being
this
shot,
second quarter.
John did the right
So
thing.
from the
I've been
26-yard
asking
line,
a
here's
whole
2nd
lot of
and 8.
please when you see me flying
As we
around and say,
are
Kate,
ready to
do you
get
need
back
anything?
underway.
It caught me off guard.
On ground, this is Hubbard. And
Oh,
down just shy
if you didn't know, they're coming up on the 9-year anniversary of this movie. They're also both in their 30s. Episode 15 is Q&A with John and Kate. They did this in season 3, but sadly, it was another episode I don't have to. The first question is actually something I've been wondering, and it's why the kids never seem to use their giant backyard for the swing set and are always out in the front. Bottom line is, they like riding their bikes and have a great area between the garage and the driveway for them to play out. When answering the question about Aiden's glasses, he has a huge moment of hypocrisy, wanting Aiden Where's your glasses? And
Big deal.
From the gun, it's
I
Young.
love when you interrupt me and change my totally
He's
every
got
episode.
right side.
One thing that he does that
And
drives
he's
me
taken down
absolutely insane in
inside
this show
the
is that she
opponent's
constantly
35.
looks to the production team for
First and 10.
reassurance in her bullying of John. I'm going to skip
Here's
a
your
lot of these questions because they're already
This
answered in
one
the show
taken in by
and
Renfro.
used why they were
And
included.
no
For
chance to
example,
turn and
someone
go.
asks how they afford
One
to go
good
on
for
all
just
these
a couple.
trips. They specifically say in the
Motion
episodes that
comes
the
the tight
company,
end,
the
Evans.
resort, the owner, whatever, invited them, and they're there
On
for free.
second down,
Matt,
they run
taking
with
care
Weber.
of her favorite
This
siblings,
defense
he
all
says that it
over
changes
this
from
one.
day
They
to
get him
day,
down
but
behind
Maddie
the
tends to
line.
like playing
It's a
with
loss
Leah,
of a couple.
and Kara likes Colin, because they're sea buddies. Probably each other sea buddies because their names start with C. And
From the gun
Colin
here
will
on
say,
third
sea
down,
buddy,
it's
sea
Young.
buddy, and he goes with Kara. They then get
They'll
asked
be
how long
forced to
they
just
think
throw
the
that
show.
one away. It's incomplete. On fourth down, and on comes the rookie Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal.
I think we're supposed to be doing it as long
He
as
is
it's
2
safe
for
for
2.
everybody and it
That
still
kick
feels normal
is
and
good.
okay.
And the
That's an interesting
Panthers
answer.
cut the
Is
deficit
showing your naked
down to
children
1.
during downtime or while
I
on
can
the
tell you
toilet
firsthand,
safe?
right? When you find
Is
yourself trailing in
making
a
them
game,
famous
you don't feel very
safe?
good about coming away with
Is it
field goals.
normal
But in
to
this
have a
case,
full
it
camera
does
crew
get them a
recording your
little bit
family's
closer
highs
and
and
cut
lows?
into this deficit.
And will you
And they bring
actually
him down
stop
just shy
others
of the
don't want to
30-yard
do it?
line. Here's Dak
They move
Prescott.
on to talk about their
And the Cowboy
tattoos,
offense
and despite
set
both
to go
having
again.
some, they're now
And he has done
against
everything
tattoos.
you
Don't
could
let
ask
people
of
go,
him coming into this one.
I'm going to be the
Spraying
90-year-old
around,
lady in
hasn't
nursing
taken many
home.
chances.
And I
Potentially
see
on his way
absolutely
to
no
a big
problem
game
with
throwing
that.
the football.
That's horrible. When
And
asked
finds
how
some
they keep their
daylight.
spark alive,
Past the
he answers that
35-yard
this
line.
crazy
A
experience of
pickup
having
of
so many
7.
kids is what binds them. I find the answer confusing because what did they like about each other before having all the kids? We love each other really good. Yeah. Okay. Episode 16 is about a photo shoot the family does for the front cover of
They
Good
run over
Housekeeping,
center
but
with
that's
Williams.
another episode. I don't have
And they get this one across midfield to the
so
47-yard
he is
line.
away doing some campaign work in New York City, so John has the kids to himself for 3 days. And he does a great job entertaining the kids and feeding the kids. I don't know if he'd feel proud of a father for taking care of his kids, but this family is different.
We do a lot of stuff. If you have to do it by yourself,
It's a lot. Surprisingly, only
A
one
first
kid
down
fled
throw
the
for
entire
Prescott.
time, and it was Alexis.
Julie running downstairs, like put the phone right. So, discussion all over the place.
It's first
We'll
and 10.
just patch her up and send her back into the room.
For dinner, they played outside.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Watching this clip, I can't help but think of all the times we see John playing with the kids. I can't think of any time that Kate plays. She always just sits and watches. For day 2, John has a pretty cool project.
Since Kate was gone, I thought it'd be a great idea to journal what they did when Arnold was gone.
He also made a quick-looking video diary and then waited to play it for Kate during the interview.
Impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On the ground, this is Miles Sanders.
That was a very smart thing for him to do, and I'm happy it made me happy.
Only a yard.
No one can convince me John's
It's
evil.
third down.
Sometimes he's openly angry and stupid, but he isn't
Back to
selfish
throw,
and
Prescott.
like Kate. John also got all 6 of the kids to preschool. When the kids were home, John and all of them helped put a bunch of American flags out in
Gain of
Remembrance
7
Plant
and
11.
a first down.
This year.
Remember?
And to finish the episode, Kate makes it about her. Shocker, I know. I learned that Kate does a lot around here to help. And for the final episode of this video, episode 18. Once again, the episodes are not in chronological order because we have now gone back to 2 weeks before the sex templates start preschool and 12 starts kindergarten. One exciting thing about this episode is John and Kate have times to interview together, so they both get it separately. That means them to actually finish what they're seeing.
Maintain our cleanliness. So we're find me for that. But anyway,
For preschool, it's only 3 days a week and only for a few hours in the afternoon. For some insane reason, they chose a school an hour away. I get that this is the same teacher Maddie and Kara had, but I'm confident there's great preschools near their house too. But first, they have to get their physicals.
No time to run it with Williams. And he barrels his way into the end zone.
is still healthy and has stayed about the same size for 6 months. Morning of their first day of preschool, John decides to take the training wheels off of Joel's bike, and Joel crushes it.
Cowboys are going to open up the lead to 8.
All the other kids also tried, but they weren't ready yet. But then it's time for school. It's interesting to me that they keep all of the kids together in the same class. That means that they make up about the third of the class.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
And the episode ends with Johnny
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
But I'm proud of them.
The
I love
Panthers
it.
offense and their back
It'd be great people.
And that's the first 18-ish episodes of season 4. I hope you can go back to watch the second half. And then the final season, season 5. Bye.
On 2nd and long.
Bye.
Young quickly out to
Oh.
well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The chemistry homeworks.
Stop.
Those biology homeworks.
Stop.
What is it about?
Stop. It's recover.
Young. And that is incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there.
Y'all,
And it's going to lead to 4th down.
these are the final episodes I got to watch of Johnny Cade Plessy.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
Today we're picking up on the second half of season 4 of Johnny Cade Plessy. If you haven't watched 1, 2, 3, or the first ones before, feel free to go watch those videos first. Hi, I'm Danny, and you can normally find me on this channel diving into TLC shows, personal fundamentalism, and exposing family bloggers. If that's all there's to hear into,
The defense
in part 1, we left off at episode 19, but as I've mentioned in my videos before, I do not have access to every episode. So, for season 4, we will be missing episodes 19 through 23. I'm pretty sad about this because that includes John and Kate renewing their vows in Hawaii. Altogether, we'll be missing John taking Kara and the boys to a Phillies game, the multiple Hawaii episodes, and the San Diego episode. As always, it might be like, but it's there. And it's our life. Episode 24 is about their annual yard sale. This year, they're donating all of the proceeds to pediatric cancer research. Thanks to having a million kids and constantly receiving donations, they have a ton of stuff.
Everything, we're just like, they don't use this.
Our rule is we're not using it now, we're not selling it. And find out John is hard and putting stuff.
It'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't know what that was, but John shares that a lot of what he has now was given to him by his dad, who passed away a few years ago. But they end up having a whole new altar and head to the church that Suzanne set up. They also bring Carlo. Unfortunately for Frank and Kate, the people that were supposed to bring the tables they rented are running late.
Ability to just keep it
So
simple,
irritating.
win up front, turn around,
I'm
run the
irritated
ball,
already. But
and say,
just
okay,
as she
more
says
likely
that,
than not, we're going to
they
get a
ran.
fresh set of
I was
downs,
also
maintain
surprised to
possession,
see only
and
Carla
now continue
and
to
Sean
find opportunities to
unloading
go
the truck.
generate
And
points.
while they're doing that, Kate finds another thing to be upset about. Are you a kid?
Williams gets him on the draw.
But they saw the stickers and set everything up. Once the sale starts, he is upset. No one is showing up. But Kate speaks to me and calls radio stations. When I see the pounds, I'll know you did your job.
When tragedy strikes, strike back.
And while John and Kate run the yard sale, Maddie and Kara sell drinks. While everyone else seems to be having fun, I'm not sure there's a moment in this day that Kate ever truly smiled. I haven't said it each time.
Anyways, we do know it'll be 3rd down.
But it was such a easy fix. It's words anyways. John feeds them and leaves them with the babysitter while they nap. The yard sale is over and Kate counts their profit.
1106.56. Yep.
And that takes us to episode 25, where the family is going to New York to promote their new book. First, they'll be on Good Morning America, and then Fox and Friends.
Kind of like a let's capture the memories before we forget them for our children. It's just quite an honor to remember our story. You see it on pages, our family's pictures and memories.
I want to pause and say that once again, Super John into the kids, and I'm incredibly confused why we never see Kate doing the same. At least in this instance, she's packing for New York, so that's fair.
What do you think? Prescott.
As for New York, they just finished their Good Morning America. It's just their Hey, this may have become more normal, but having a family morning TV show dinner with your family of 10 is not.
In this case, it's the first half.
Honestly,
You have the
I'm
rest of the game
surprised
to
the
get
show's
yourself
on
back down here
all
in the red
week
zone
with the
and
kids
make
there.
up for that issue, because next time you get down here,
Jonathan,
they have to be a lot
8+8.
more careful when they decide to enter.
He then says this line that didn't use well.
Yes, Tom and I bicker and argue and, are back and forth at each other, but we've been through so much that we're
Young
not
to
going
throw on first
And
and
at the
10.
end of their day,
That
that's
one thrown
There's no crowd.
Target.
There's nothing to go around.
Incomplete. We'll try again here. Second
and then
and
they
10.
come home on a 3.5-hour drive.
Back to the air. It's Young. To set up the screen here to Hubbard.
All the these days from the season, it's clear they're trying to make love doing this, and love talking about their kids. Episode 26 is about Maddie and Kara getting to be mommy for the day. The idea seems all apart quickly. While getting breakfast ready, Kara says she'll put on the boys' bibs, and that upset Maddie because it's harder to put bibs on the girls due to their long hair. But John
Right side by Lee Gibb. He's close to another first down. He's brought down just
if
shy
you're
of the
wondering
marker.
who he is, she has given us time to switch the kids' closets and drawers for the summer clothes. But Mommy Birthday continues to go poorly because the kids don't respect Maddie or Kara.
Changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line.
It gets a little better when they start entertaining them with a project, but it's clear they're still working on their scissor
In
skills.
motion. Young to
We are
throw
starting
on
to get to
first
the point in
down.
the show where Maddie's behavior is not super inappropriate. And based on the comments I received, she might still do someone like this today as adults. This is her reaction to some of the kids showing Kate the project before everything's done.
A second down throw for Young. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
Fortunate about this is it really makes Kara want nothing to do with the situation. So instead of being mommy for the day, she was reading on the couch. But Maddie's behavior isn't all that different from Kate's.
No, I'm more like
Throwing
that.
is Young.
I try to hear the
They'll
problem
try
and
to set
solve
up
it.
the screen here. And he's going to have
You're the
the first
screamer.
down. They convert on third, and it sets
No,
up
Kate
a
has watched
first and
this show.
goal.
There's no way she believes that at 10 a.m. Maddie feels
To the right side, he finds McMillan.
that is the people that was
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
This house is
Throwing on second down,
well,
Young.
every house. She goes to the basement and watches Handy Manny.
These are the worst. That last couple of years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the
Kate
1-yard
helps
line
girls to lunch
10
just
times,
because
and then
it
you look back
required
and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get
in an
one
attempt to
more
be
yard?
nice at the
For
kid.
him individually, not ideal. But right now, they're on the doorstep of the end zone. You got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Let's go now. Ready. Go. Blue 32.
They'll go.
But she's found
Good blocking, and he's in. Bryce Young.
But again, none of this is shocking to see other monitors. This is Kate's reaction to John putting too many chips on each kid's plate.
You
gotta love dads. At this point, the twins are done, and Kate has returned to being the mom and the sextuplets of
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the
Cheated.
kickoff's coming their way. A return coming from the 14.
Nice job on the return.
He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Is during Christmas.
The Cowboys
This
offense
episode
gonna
is
take
all about
over
being
just
grateful
before the
that
half.
all of the kids,
Their lead
despite being
is
premature,
just a point.
are healthy. They decided to go to
On
Memphis
this
and give
drive
back
with first and
as
10.
June. This episode is probably the best
That's a timeout
that they've
for
ever done
Dallas.
because
For a
it's
second.
such a great charity
Clock
and
will
so
stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
What is really special about St. Jude is that they'll never turn a sick child away. This obviously means they require a lot of donations close to the cost of treatment. Donations also go towards funding research for the various cancers to then be able to better treat them. This is where we meet Ellen and her family. Ellen has leukemia.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime
Each kid
report.
is picking out 3 toys, then to give to a kid at the hospital. These gifts will later be picked up by the parents of the sick kids and given to them on Christmas.
Can either team pull away?
Unfortunately,
We
while
can find out.
Ellen
Let's go
is
back to the stadium and our
they
broadcast
couldn't
team.
accept
Mike
nothing and
Tirico
was getting
and Greg Olson.
As quarter 3 begins. He'll get across the 20, knock him down at the 23-yard line.
Surprised to hear that Kate actually did give in and let them all play with Ellen. With them being a test team, Kate also takes some moments from each of the old neighbor ever. And we forgot about her. This is the woman who came over and folded the family's laundry every week. While Alexis is home to prove where they're going, this
Motion
happens.
comes the tight end, Evans. They'll go again with Hubbard.
I love that she didn't get angry, but just confused. She's very encouraging, supportive,
Finally brought down, but he's
wonderful
inside
lady.
the
She just
35-yard
loves
line.
us. We really miss each other. Then they went back to the hotel to grab all the toys.
On
Oh
first down,
my
it's right back to Hubbard.
So
And
this
he'll get 2 on this one before being taken
The
down.
next day, they go to the
From the
hospital.
32.
While John and Kate are giving out gifts, the kids see back with a specialist whose entire job is to help kids better understand their diagnosis and their treatment. They're too young to visit the sick kids, so they video call them instead.
Just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
As mentioned, the toys they get picked out will be for Christmas.
One stays right. He'll try one
Well,
for it.
DVDs of their show, the Till Desperate books, and a copy of the CD Kate listened to when she was in the hospital for 2.5 months prior to having this disease.
It was a really touching
From the pistol, a give to Hubbard.
I didn't know what to
The
expect.
hole closes
I got
quickly.
so get me out there stuff.
Even though this episode was obviously a partnership or sponsorship, it was beautiful. These kids and their families deserve the absolute world for what they're going
Into
through.
the hands of
It was nice hearing Johnny Lee talking about being grateful and being willing to give instead of yelling and screaming the whole episode. I also love that John and Kate are both so grateful for all the gifts they received and how now that they're pets, they want to give back. She said, do this.
And he's not going to
She
get
has
in.
been here to
He'll lose yards.
and then you take every minute and just get rid. And I believe Kate when she said this wasn't about making her family look good. This is strictly a tribute to Ray's parents for this loss. I wish more episodes felt this worthwhile. Episode 28 is about keeping soup.
His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Here's Young. To throw.
And we're back.
Trying to do it with the
Johnny
screen.
seems
And this time they stop him
just
short
he
of
comes
the
back
goal
with
line.
his leg.
Touchdown a moment ago.
Thank you.
No
Thank you.
2-point conversion to add on as they come up and
Thank you very much. And he leaves without a word
taken at the
again.
15-yard
A few
line.
minutes later in the episode,
Terrific
Kate doesn't seem
return.
to
He's
like
taken
John's
down
comment about
just
the
shy of
boys.
midfield.
The boys are full.
Cowboys offense ready
Fine.
for their first possession of the second half.
And
A
once
deficit
again,
is 5,
people
so
see
they'll try
John
to put a drive
playing
together here.
hits.
They'll be with first and 10. Tackle's going to be made down at
And
the
hearing
40-yard
about this
line.
moment really upsets
That
me.
one good for
There's
it
just
does
something
it.
so John. My parents acting like children was easily the highlight
First
of
and
my
10
childhood.
at the 40.
Making booger Play-Doh is good parenting, and no one can convince me otherwise. Don't get me wrong, Just because I like John Moore doesn't mean I think he's a phenomenal parent or husband.
We don't go up the slide. Now it's your own fault.
He
It's
mentioned
another
they
run
used
here
to,
for
and they
Williams.
also got for dinner.
They tried to
Also,
push the ball,
Connie
but wind up getting
surprised
3
them.
yards with that one. Play made there by D.J. Wano. They'll work from the 36 on second and 6.
Regarding this didn't change. Almost 2 years.
Now it's Williams.
I
And
live
Williams to pick up
more
3
than enough one.
yards. And that leads to third down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one,
But
Mike. But
Kate understood what he was
unfortunately,
asking,
it just
and I guess
hasn't
the answer
been
was
enough
no.
to
And
overcome
before we
the
get to see
deficit
the new house,
here at
we
this
have to
stage
get
of
to
the game.
episode 29, where they go to the dentist.
This one
Unlike the last
it's
instance,
incomplete.
kids all get their own
Good
seat
job
now and are able
separating
to
the
start making
receiver from the
decisions.
ball.
Great.
And it is 4th down.
I guess they also had flavored bugs, which I never experienced, so I'm extremely jealous. I don't think so.
Anytime an offense comes off the field after
Also,
settling
in
for
that
3,
time,
you always have to take
Alexis
the
was very
good with the
calm
bad.
and
In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something
something
positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we
And
going to be
for the
able to
Twins,
finish
I
these
guess
drives
we're
and
already
convert for
seeing
6
an
the next
orthodontist.
time we get
I'm
down there?
just quite sure they
The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. A modest game.
And Kate was great about getting at least some
Second
energy.
down.
In the end, they decided to give top of on criticism at 8 years old. For 2 months.
Here's Young.
And I think she's
Under pressure
Good,
and he'll go
and
down.
they're going to
Got him.
reassess her braces when she's 12. That's 30 is one I'm really excited for this season, and it's them renewing their vows, because it's where we finally get to see their new house. They don't move until the next episode. I would definitely say that Joel was excited.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
Alexis will have her
They'll come
own
up here.
Mia and Hannah will share, and all the boys will share. Their living areas look
Young
massive,
hands it to
though,
Hubbard.
including a basement. It was screaming and yelling and running and screaming.
After the loss of 3, it is
A
second
really
and
weird
13.
thing I don't understand is that in the new home, the kids are not allowed to enter the parents' bedroom
This one
until
taken
they
in by
stood at the
Renfro.
door, knocked, and were invited in. As a kid, I loved cuddling with my mom in bed, watching TV. I also obviously needed her music. I get wanting space and from all these kids, but this room feels so strict. You will never open the store here again. It also seems this house is a farmhouse, so the yard is absolutely massive.
And he finds a
But
little bit of
besides
space.
this house doesn't seem non-engaged as one of the boys used the bathroom
It
and
is
calls
second
the toilet
and
paper.
6.
But she's fine for some
Another run here with Hubbard.
and it turned out it has 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, and it's 7,591 square feet. Look, it's running around. Kate's moving the bridge.
Dowdle.
And for lunch, they
Play
were
took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the full. From a little further
I'm
back
really excited
is
for these
second
kids in
and
this
goal.
giant house. It allows so much more space to be low and spurts. Their current house is so small for such a tiny thing. And now we're in episode 31, which means it's the big day. As you can see, the kids are being incredibly helpful.
Back to throw. Young.
Don't worry, Aiden's got
And
this.
they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down
Juan
as a
does
sack.
finally find out.
On 4th
They're on
down,
each down.
comes
They
Ryan
get everything in
Fitzgerald
the
for the
big truck
Carolina
and
field
drive
goal.
over to the new house.
This from
It's not
30
that I can
yards
stand
out.
at the doorway
He
interacting.
is
I
2 for
didn't
2.
get any boxes.
And now they're at the new
The
house.
Panthers
We are
hang
living in
on
our
to
new
their
house now.
lead.
Actually,
And this is what you want.
right
I
now.
mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply
But
pressure.
we
Can you
recreated
score
set
every
here.
time you get the ball?
John
They're
is
able to
sweeping
do
all the
that
shower
here.
heads.
They
Kate
tack on
realizes
three,
he got
extend
nice
their
ones
lead.
without using a
So now
ball.
here are the
And she's
Cowboys.
very
The
upset
offense
by this.
ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll
I
start
don't
with
know.
great field
He
position.
is just stomping around with his
Their
fists.
45.
But it was easy to fix, and they brought the
Closes
receipt back
quickly.
with
A
the
pickup
coupons.
of 3.
Not worth getting that
Christian
angry over,
Roseboom.
in my
They're
opinion.
on the tackle.
The rest of the episode is John building beds and then slowly unpacking. Episode 32 shows just how massive their property is, because
Boom.
on a high
Left side is
he is
Schoonmaker.
bored for 2 days.
They'll
Let's
get
admire
maybe
Kate's
3
reaction
out of
to
that one,
John
and
not
it's gonna
liking
set
her
up third
interrupting
down.
him.
What's she saying? What's she
From the
there?
shotgun, it's Dak.
Six.
He's got a receiver, and
ridiculous.
that's Lamb.
Oh gosh, hate to steal your spotlight. Go ahead and talk.
Joel is
Good
definitely
for a
not
Dallas
obsessed
first
with
down.
the woods.
First down.
It's pretty adorable how pathetic she is about it.
On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. He'll struggle to get back to the line of
Even when they
scrimmage.
rest on a log,
He gets a yard
Joel
out of
is
that one.
still
It's
going
second
through it.
down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott.
And it's clear John's patience begins running thin when Alexis hits Hannah with
Take a
the
look at his receiving numbers. He has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
But the kids are a bit happier when John gets them out of the woods and sends them
On the ground, this is Williams. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
And then they go inside and
A
John
good
uses
spot
them
here.
to watch the
Second
Falcons.
and a yard.
At the 11-yard line.
I think the noise volume at lunchtime tells us just how tired these kids were from a morning of playing. Episode 33 continues with them slowly moving in, unpacking, and getting used to the house. Kate's very excited to see what appliances have arrived. She now has 2 washers and dryers, a new microwave, and a new dishwasher. Ooh, she's pretty.
First and goal at the
I also
7-yard
couldn't help
line.
but laugh when I noticed she got a new fridge and didn't use the moldy one, despite taking over 4 hours to clean it. I'm also guessing that Whirlpool was a sponsor because they made sure to drop the brand. Moving on, they go to a tile source and tile for the basement, the basement memory that was
Here comes second and goal.
the idea that men can't have style, whether it be clothes or home decor, is stupid. And it's so funny because Kate has consistently stated John has better style than her. But once they bring the samples to the basement, it's obvious that John's choice is the winner.
Breakfast.
Are you really going to be guiding the children sit here and with your arms folded like a ding dong?
Kate, are you going to sit there and be that insecure and act like a ding dong?
Now whistles.
My goodness,
Play
this
clock
woman
at 0,
hates her
and that'll
husband.
cost them
Fast forward to a
5.
different day. They let the kids help paint the basement.
The task a
And
bit
it's a
tougher
contractor.
as they
And
face
I'll never
second
forget
and
being,
goal.
honestly, probably the same
Operating
age,
from the gun.
and
Here's
helping to paint our wall all the night.
Ball is caught.
Despite having 2 siblings at the time, it was just me and my dad. I'm glad he doesn't do something that is intentionally so messy. She would get on it, but then look at the baseboard, but then she decided to give me some trash.
To their lead.
Okay,
I know it sounds like I'm being
What's
biased,
fun?
but I'm
He
really
watches
not.
everyone off,
Down here,
and
this
they go to
close to the
kitchen
end
to
zone,
help.
especially on 2-point tries. The size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight
Aiden,
ends can create.
we can very much tell you did it quickly.
It leads to 2 points.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take
And
over
the
for
episode
their
ends
next
with this
possession.
adorable.
This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides.
And
This drive kicks off with first and 10.
episode 34 was a shock to me. We're getting not one,
Tremble
but
comes
2
in motion.
times. I am shocked someone like me would ever get a pet. I love my dog with every fiber of my being, but dogs are always easy, and obviously they really don't need eyes. Who else never wants to raise puppies around all these kids? And I find it odd that he named them before the kids even got to meet them. Their names are Shoka and Nala. Remember Shoka from Hawaii?
Ready.
An even bigger red flag for me is that neither Trevor nor Kate had a problem with it. This is when Kate talks about it, and he was blah blah blah, you have nothing to each other for, and you're a great family dog, it's fine. And I remember thinking, listening to the reader about the personalities of your dog is probably a good idea. Gosh, I am so nervous for these dogs. Especially when you know how the kids are and the millions of toys they're probably going to leave out. Thankfully, they do have a massive yard for such an active breed.
And this one, right.
It's also comical that Kate is looking at the puppy's different fur and trying to pick one that sheds less. Kate, it's a German Shepherd. There is no shedding less that you'll ever pick you with. At the time of doing the interview for this episode, they've had a dog for 6 weeks, and Kate makes a comment about them needing to be trained. Personally, I can't imagine getting such a smart breed and not training them right away. The breeder says it well.
It's your problem. You don't know when to stop.
I also appreciate Nala's comedic timing with this one.
He runs free, right side. And he's going to take this one back. Extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Short kick just inside the 20. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here.
Then don't get movies. Episode 35 is them backfilling the house, grabbing the things they left, and getting it ready to sell. I'm so confused how they're paying for both houses for several months. But all these sponsorships, book deals, and TLC must be paying well. This is like major culture focus. I don't know how they can get for there. 2.5 years. Then John starts working with a real estate agent.
Together, this thing.
I'm not sure if it was the smartest thing, but they say there's not a wood photo at the front of the house to try and mitigate fans from going to see the house. My issue with this is I would probably not go look at that house if I don't know what the house type looks like. That's just me though. The episode carries on with Kate just being mad about how John keeps such junk. Yes. This is the way I love Lisa. They finish grabbing everything and say they're trying to go back. And that's because season finale, episode 6. They've now been in the new house for 3 months.
He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself.
They're very nice, the kids love them. They're big, old, and fat, and play and watch TV with me. I'm sure I'll like them. But my worries for these dogs come true when Nala eats one of the kids' toys. In order to get it out, she had to get surgery and her stomach broken. Thankfully, her surgery goes just fine, and they all go to the row. Days later.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And that's season 4. Only 1 more season to go before we start watching People Say, is it? Today we're picking up on the final season of Johnny Cleveland's 8. If you haven't watched seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, feel free to go watch those videos first. Everything is Hi, I'm Danny, and you can normally find me on this channel diving into TLC shows, Christian elements, and exclusive.
Yes!
I'm excited to have you on. This video is going to be a bit shorter than I originally had planned because I've been sick all week, but we'll still get through this entire show eventually. I really hope you haven't forgotten, but this might be a crazy life, but it's their life. It can be a crazy life, but it's our life. So already in episode 1, TLC is not giving us a slow start into the season.
I'm sure you believe me. I know what I know.
I'll be darned if they're going to take me down. So it looks like we won't be getting Johnny King on the couch together anymore. At least not like we used to. The actual episode starts, and although it's about this Tumblr 25, John and Kate are both talking about how annoying and awful the paparazzi have been.
I did not sign up for public scrutiny.
They then begin talking about how the tabloids were claiming John had been cheating on Kate with a third grade teacher. To this day, John denies it, and that is what he meant in the last clip. He said, I don't care who you see, I know what I know. The teacher has also denied it, but there were also rumors Kate was doing the same. And so she begins talking about how her job has required a lot of traveling and talking to various news and whatnot. So she said she'll be darned if they're going to take her down with them. I appreciate that John's focus at this moment seems to be on his kids.
I guess my fear would be that my kids wouldn't believe me because there's so much media out there.
It's a bit selfish, as obviously these accusations aren't making John or Kate feel good, and they no longer have much to rely on. But no one will ever convince me John doesn't need love all 8 of his children.
Yeah, I'd like to apologize to my family for my actions.
John admits to being at the wrong place at the wrong time, but doesn't go into further detail. So I'm not really sure what he really did. That being said, it seems John is truly sorry for the mistakes he made. Kate goes on to explain that she thinks John is just exhausted from having so many kids and constantly being the one at home while she does her work for her. So he's angry with the end of it. He's feeling yeah, he does really feel great about me, so he wants me to travel. I don't know what the solution is. I don't think he knows what the solution is. For a moment, I thought we were getting a really honest moment. Kate, she realizes just how awful she treats John, but I asked too much of this wicked woman. So yeah, I've been really hard on him. I've always regretted it. Have I pushed him to this? I don't feel like I have, because I feel like everyone is responsible for their own actions. That is such a funny statement coming from Kate. We literally watched her not take responsibility for her own actions. Okay, so we're stressed, tired, overstimulated. That's understandable, but there's still more actions. Anyways, that's enough negativity. Let's see what the entire family is up to planning this 5th birthday party. John is somehow taking the weekend off and is somewhere else. So Kate takes the kids to the store to get the party decorations. Good party job, huh? Once again, Kate also almost becomes self-aware when she talks about how she doesn't want the kids to use the word paparazzi. I don't want the principal being like, well, the paparazzi followed us, like, it's so creepy. Yes, Kate, it is creepy. And you know what would help the situation? If you stop making the fact you have a large family your entire personality and your paycheck. How do you constantly see paparazzi following you and the kids and not immediately want to go in hiding and protect everyone? But she'd never do that, especially now that she's moving towards divorce. It's easier to keep getting rich this way, but let's take a moment to appreciate their backyard again, to be honest. Fun fact, despite a million people telling me to watch Avatar The Last Airbender, I still haven't. I tried years ago, and it bothered me so much that Aang has the same voice actor as Pablo the Penguin, and Pablo was my favorite backyard again. I don't know, stupid reasoning, I know.
And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Around you. Everything
Anyways, Kate still hates the dogs.
And convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3.
You ask your mom and she
to do that and take a lead on that
never
field.
give away my baby boy in a million years. But for anyone that was concerned in my last video about dogs, thankfully they aren't stuck with the gossips forever.
but Kate speaks to all of us right here. You know, if you're watching for whatever reason, I appreciate you. Thanks, Kate. I do not appreciate you. Well, maybe I do, because your horrible show is bringing a community of people who collectively despise you into my life. So, and ask the same to everyone watching. If you're watching for whatever reason, I appreciate you. But Kate changes the topic to talk about how Sean stands differently and no longer wants the lifestyle that he's been living. This is Kate's response. I think he's really just going to bust out of here and try to make it all go away, which again, newsflash, it's not going to. Let's go back to season 4 episode 15. I think we'll continue doing it as long as it is safe for everybody and the family still feels normal and okay.